It's 7:30 a.m., the game day just started, and I'm in my hiding spot. And I've done something that I think is so dumb that it might just be genius. I've come to the airport.
Welcome to episode 3 of our 6-day game of hide and seek across Japan. After finding Ben in the mountain town of Yamadera and Adam in the forests by Tobiyama Castle, now it's my turn to see if I can set a winning time. As a reminder, in this game, the hider has 3.5 hours to get to a hiding spot. Then, the seekers gain information about the hider's location by choosing questions from the question menu. I, the hider, have to answer truthfully, but in exchange, I get cards that can help me slow them down. So without further ado, let's go to Ben and Adam, starting where we found Adam yesterday as they tried to track me down.
All right.
Good morning from the woods.
It is 7:30 a.m., and that means that it's time to find Sam.
Let's go get him. All right. So first things first, we got to figure out which direction we are going to go. Are we going up the country or are we going down the country?
Well, I'd say the first direction we need to go is sort of out of the woods.
Well, we do need to get out of the woods.
Yeah. When we get to Utsunomiya, we can either go back up northeast, right, like towards where you hid on that Shinkansen, or we can go down towards like Omiya and like Tokyo area.
Yeah.
Ben, I would love to find one question that can tell us which way to go and that doesn't require us to like move a lot to do so.
Okay, here's my logic. So this game rewards risk because the winner is the longest run. It doesn't matter, like Adam's run from yesterday, meaningless because it wasn't longest. I don't think you're gonna get the longest run, or at least have the best shot of getting the longest run by kind of just doing the same thing. And there were plenty of options that I saw that would have been like the more or less the same kind of location profile, like small to medium-sized town, you know, 1 hour to 2 hours on Shinkansen, then transferring onto a smaller line. The thing is, you're required in this game to center your location on a train station. And basically every single train station in the entire country serves a town, a city, a village, some population center. And therefore, that's kind of what you expect when you ask the questions. But the train station here, it doesn't serve a town, it serves an airport. So my guess is that the answers are gonna be really confusing to Ben and Adam. And this is massive. There's like 3 terminals. Each terminal has, even just in the publicly accessible area before security that I'm allowed to go into, there's like a bajillion different meandering locations. I'm gonna have a while to be able to look around and find a good spot. I could be completely wrong. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, nobody has ever tried something like this. But maybe it works out. Maybe this really confuses them. We'll see.
Okay, well, we've made it back to the station. There's a light rail soon, so far we are killing it.
Okay.
Sam, you're toast.
All right, Ben. I actually think that I have a really good solution here. We can do a matching question about if his nearest major international airport is the same as our nearest major international airport. The reason that's good is we are closest to Narita Airport here, but Haneda Airport is right here. But what's good is there are no other major international airports in the whole top half of the country. So if he says, yes, we share the same closest airport, we know he's closest to here, which means he's up here. He's this way, right?
Yeah.
If the answer is no, then we know he can't be anywhere up here. He has to be closer to Haneda or to one of the other ones, to like Osaka or whatever, Nagoya.
I mean, that certainly gives us a direction to go. I quite like that.
Okay. I say we go for it.
Let's hit him with it. Sam's never gonna see this one coming.
All right, I've come to hang out in the massage chairs because it's already very hot outside. Okay, first question. Ironically, it is your closest major international airport the same as ours?
So, as you can imagine, that question freaked me out a bit. But I chose to believe that it was just a coincidence. Just because they asked me about my nearest airport didn't mean they knew I was at the airport. However, you, the audience, do know I'm at the airport, and now you know it's Narita Airport, which means we're gonna do something a bit unusual this round. Boop, there I am. Now let's see how they do.
All right, I am sending them their answer. This will definitely give them some direction.
All right.
Okay.
Got our answer?
Well, that is very interesting. It's the same.
So it means the man's gone north.
Well, that means he's gone north or, I mean, this is possible.
Right, he could have gone maybe to Niigata somehow.
Yeah, but it's unlikely.
I will say, here's what I will say, Adam. I know that Sam was very bothered by the weather yesterday. So
Sure.
he might have been trying to go as far north as possible.
I bet Adam didn't have a massage function in the middle of the woods yesterday. First card pull of the round. So, 1, 2, oops. Okay, so I got Curse of the Endless Tumble, a 15-minute bonus, and a 15-minute bonus.
Curse of the Endless Tumble. Seekers must roll a die at least 100 feet and have it land on 5 or 6 before they can ask another question. Casting cost, roll a die. If it's a 5 or a 6, this card has no effect.
I don't think this is gonna cost them more than 15 minutes, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna keep the 15-minute time bonus. I'm gonna get a massage now. Oh my God, the seat's going backwards. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice.
Oh man, that's a great start.
You love to see it.
In terms of the complexity of what's happening, nowhere here, none of this, this is much simpler to deal with.
Sam is not going to be pleased about that at all.
No.
Oh, it's getting my butt now. Oh! Oh, it's hitting my butt. Oh, yeah. Oh.
All right, welcome back to beautiful Utsunomiya Station.
Ben, look, I don't want to jinx anything, but I would make the argument that Sam going that direction was stupid of
No,
him.
he's cooked. This round is basically over.
Okay, so I think just hop on a Shinkansen, headed north,
Yep.
and go from there.
Yeah.
We'll need to do some stuff to figure out a few things. I think maybe we go up a little bit on the Shinkansen and hit him with a 100-mile radar because that would include Niigata.
Yeah.
So then we would know if it's a miss. We don't have to worry about that.
I think he probably went further than that.
Probably.
I wonder where Ben and Adam think I am. Because I think it's just so unintuitive. Hopefully. Maybe the one big risk of going here is that, I'm sure the first comments on this are going to be like, oh, of course he went to the airport. Because everyone thinks that I've made an entire career off of airport content, which is, I guess, kind of true. I mean, this game is called Jet Lag the Game, and and my other channel became popular because of videos about airplanes and stuff. Ooh, let's get in the butt again.
What am I eating? Oh, it's good though.
Know.
It's pretty good though.
All right, Shinkansen will be here in a few minutes. Given that we just have a little bit of time right now, feels like the thing to do is to ask for a picture because the 15 minutes it takes to send it won't annoy us at all.
You know, we could do the 5 buildings. We could do
widest street, which we haven't done yet, because 5 buildings is easier to manipulate. Widest street, which you have to shoot a picture across the widest street, I think tells just quite a lot about how urban it is.
Well, it'll tell us if there's a highway in the middle of a city, stuff like that.
All right, I say we do that.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
There's a lot of goo coming.
There's a lot of goo. It's mostly goo.
All right, massage is over. I'll almost certainly be back, but I've been sent on a mission. You get a photo of the widest street. The photos, honestly, are the ones I'm worried about. Gotta move fast to get to the spot on time. Okay, seems like the widest street is not here, but there's a wider one kind of in the middle of the parking area. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I just noticed that. And if they ask tallest building, visible from the train station, I am cooked. All right, Ben, we are heading up towards Sendai. This train stops at Sendai, Fukushima, Koriyama, and in the snack zone. Welcome to the Snack Zone. It's a show within a show where we review Japan's greatest snacks.
Or just other stuff that we find.
Today we are having Iki bins. I got this one with an angry chicken.
I got the nice chicken.
Oh yeah, yours is better.
That's why you stick with the nice chicken.
All right, this street here seems to be the answer, mostly because most of them have a median. This one doesn't have a median. I'm gonna take one right across from here. I don't think it's gonna be tremendously helpful. The main thing that'll tell them is like, I'm probably not in a very small place. Okay, now that that's done, let me pull my card. Curse of the Impressionable Consumer.
Curse of the Impressionable Consumer. The seekers must buy a product that they saw an advertisement for before asking another question. Casting cost, the seeker's next question is free.
Okay, that's pretty good. Ooh, this is awesome. Looks like they took the Shinkansen north. So they probably did a 50-50 gamble and went north, and that is the wrong direction.
Oh, Ben,
It's a pretty wide street.
that's a pretty wide street. So we can't be somewhere that's,
No.
like there's not a street like that where I hit, certainly.
You know where there is a street like that?
Where?
All along the coast.
I would not be surprised if he was on the coast.
When do we want to hit him with the radar? When we get to
Nasushi-Obara.
Nasushi-Obara. Yeah, I think if we hit him with that, he'll be sitting pretty.
So I've got a theory of a hiding spot that I want to check out. And I'll explain it. But first I have to be able to find it. Man, I'm thinking about how tremendously cooked I am if they ask the tallest building thing. The tallest building visible from any entrance of the train station. The control tower is definitely visible. So if they can identify that, they can figure out with pretty good confidence that I'm at an airport. And they already know my closest airport is Narita.
All right, Ben, we are in Nasushi-Obara.
Yay! Let's hit him with the radar. 100 miles. I mean, if it's a hit, boy, we'll have gotten the area down real quick.
Real quick.
All right, just got hit by 100-mile radar. Let me see. All right, I'm about 90 miles away from their 100-mile radar, so it counts. So that'll be that. Okay, I'm back at the same spot as my last card pull. 1, 2. Ooh.
Curse of the Ransom Note. The next question that the seekers ask must be composed of words and letters cut out of any printed material. Casting cost, spell out Curse of the Ransom Note as a ransom note.
The next question that the seekers ask must be composed of words and letters cut out of any printed material or randomized question. I think I'm gonna keep randomized question because if they hit me with the tallest building thing, I just hit them with the randomized question. That would be pretty good.
Ben, it's a hit. I would say that a hit is more annoying in terms of what do we do now. If it was a miss, we just go up.
Well, yeah. One of the biggest troubles is this guy.
It's still this.
He got
Here's what I think we should do. Is his nearest Shinkansen line the same as ours? If the answer is yes, it means he's in this half. If the answer is no, Niigata, or he's doing something with this.
Yeah. I think that there's a decent chance he's on this coast.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think too. Okay, how do we feel about that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Can they just ask yet another question? It was the nearest Shinkansen, and I think the answer is yes. I need to check. They're really dumping questions on. Oh, it is so close to being a miss. I'm literally less than a mile from being closer to the Tokaido Shinkansen. Oh, let me let them know. That's unfortunate. 1, 2, 3. 10-minute bonus. Curse the Frozen Dot.
Curse of the Frozen Dot. Place a point on the map at least 1,000 feet from where the seekers are currently standing. If, in exactly 15 minutes, they are within 250 feet of that point, they are frozen in place for the next 30 minutes.
That's interesting. 5-minute bonus. Gotta keep Curse the Frozen Dot. I mean, these aren't good bonuses. Yeah, that's easy. All right, I'm going exploring.
Okay, we got our answer.
Okay, yes. Yes. So that means that he's almost certainly, I mean, he could be in here, but he's probably on the East Coast.
And this is the best place to
This is the best connecting to the East Coast. Yeah, because you can go to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet he's on the coast.
Yeah. Well, we should do something to confirm it.
Here, let's go set up a shot somewhere.
So,
The situation is complicated. The area we're dealing with is so small, but if he is on the coast,
right.
the trains to get there take so long.
Well, they take so long or they don't run. Like, here's what's annoying. Last night, he could have gone up to Koriyama and then over to Iwaki, but those trains only run in the afternoon.
Right, so we can't do that. We would have to go, we just need to figure out as fast as possible if we need to start making that 4 or 5 hour journey to the coast. And
Is it really 4 or 5 hours? Okay, wait, Ben. If we're doing this, we need to figure out now because this train doesn't leave for a long time afterwards.
Down to Mito?
Yeah.
No, yeah, in fact, we would have to get on that. I almost think
we need to go get on it just as a safety precaution.
Too big of a risk to not do that.
Okay, we need to ask a question though. You want to ask about the coast?
Yes, I guess coast.
I don't know. I mean, I'm searching for a better idea here. We need to ask. I'm just going to ask about coastline, Ben. We have to ask something. We have to ask something.
Yeah, I think it's got to be coast or elevation, right?
I'm doing coast because we can get an answer before we have to get on this train.
Okay.
I bet you anything this is what he did.
Okay, finally found a way to Terminal 2. Let me tell you, it's so hard to navigate these areas. This is gonna suck for them. All right, another question. They are really going heavy with them, which might be the right strategy. Closer or nearer from the coast? Okay, they are 35 miles. I am just 20, actually less than that in this direction. I'm just 13 or so I'm definitely closer. Okay, another pull. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 5 minutes, 5 minutes at 5 minutes. Really? 3 5 minutes? All right, well, I guess I'll take 5 minutes.
Well, it seems like our train to Mito is delayed. We just can't tell what's going on because everything's in Japanese.
Closer. Yeah, okay. That's what we thought.
He's got it, but...
Okay, what do you reckon? You want to ask about if he's in the same prefecture now, maybe? We need to start splitting this up.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, you know what? Maybe the cheaper way of doing it isn't prefecture. Maybe we ask about, we do a radar. Maybe like a 50. It also could be the case that he went all the way down to the coast down there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I mean...
But yeah, no, I think a 50-mile radar makes sense.
Okay.
We got to start cutting options down.
What a mess, Ben.
Okay, well, still searching. Now I have a 50-mile radar. It's gonna be a miss. Big miss. I think that's pretty good for me. I don't think it's gonna be massively influential. Okay, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. Curse of the Zoologist.
Curse of the Zoologist. Take a photo of a wild fish, bird, mammal, reptile, amphibian, or bug. The seekers must take a picture of a wild animal in the same category before asking another question.
Or the other one is a randomized question. I think I'm gonna keep randomized question. That seems good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep randomized question.
Oh, there's a jingle.
Please line up to board the train. I mean, as long as it still shows, I think it's just a little late.
Yeah.
Miss.
Interesting.
Okay, this is very interesting, Ben.
I think that's good.
It's a miss. I would argue that is good. I mean, it's possible he's up.
There's this little sliver.
That little sliver.
But are there even train stations in that sliver?
Well, let's check the sliver. I mean, there's the airport. There's not a lot.
Thanks to their train delay, Ben and Adam had some time to analyze the 50-mile radar miss and further narrow down possibilities. Lucky for them, they realized that the train they were waiting for, that they would have already been on if it had been on time, would actually get them to the remaining options much more slowly. So they shifted gears.
But look, Ben, it would be faster to not take this.
Okay, well, do we want to get on the Shinkansen at 9:30? We got to decide quickly, because that train's in 3 minutes.
Let's get on the Shinkansen, head south,
All right, let's
and do
go.
a hotter, colder. Do you know what platform the Shinkansen is on?
Nope.
Keep going, keep going. Is that it, leaving or arriving?
I don't know.
Arriving. I think. Yeah. Let's get on this. Let's get on the train. We gotta act quickly. Wow, we almost made it a pretty big blunder, I would say.
That miss is good.
That miss is really good. It would have been, I mean, pretty freaking tough for us if he had been anywhere in there. Our next stop is more than 50 miles away. So 50-mile hotter, colder starts now.
Good news, I have finally found it. Yeah, see, there's gonna be an underpass. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, wow. This is a long hallway. Okay, they're starting with 50-mile hotter, colder. Presumably, they're gonna head south then. So my understanding is that this is an old train station. It was Narita-port's first train station before it kind of grew big. It's kind of in the center of everything, but it means it's far from the actual terminus. And you just saw, it took me like an hour to find this entrance. You have to kind of like navigate your way through the back of the Terminal 2 train station. Wow, this is something. I think this. Can you hear that escalator sound? It is terrifying. There's also no air conditioning here. The question is, can I survive hours potentially? No air conditioning, creepy escalator sounds. All right, that was good intel. I think I'm gonna head back to the massage chairs. I think I deserve that after all that. That was a big walk.
All right, Ben, we've gone 50 miles south. It's time for the hotter, colder.
Yeah.
All this really tells us is it just makes sure that he's not in that little Sendai sliver, but I think we need to know that.
You can never be too safe.
I'm drowning in sweat. It is so humid and hot out.
Okay, Ben, he has said that we are hotter, which is what we expected,
Okay.
but it's just good to eliminate that awful little sliver.
He's not in the sinister Sendai sliver.
So at this point, I think there's only 2 prefectures he could really be in. What are they, Ben?
Ibaraki or Chiba.
Fortunately for us, we're in the Tochigi prefecture, which
Right.
ends with I.
I
So
see.
if we asked if his prefecture ends with the same letter as us, if the answer is yes, it means he's in the Ibaraki prefecture. If the answer is no, it means he's in the Chiba prefecture,
Quite interesting.
which I would say could be compelling.
Very compelling.
I will say I am scared about the cards that he has. He hasn't used any cards yet, and we've been asking a lot of
No,
questions.
but here's the other thing. His hand at this point is probably full because he hasn't played anything. So the more
Right.
questions we can ask now while his hand is full, the better. Because that's going to force him to play stuff when he doesn't want to play it or discard stuff.
Right.
So let's learn if he's which prefecture he's in.
Okay, just got another question. I haven't even had time to do the card pull yet. I need to catch up. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is discard my 5-minute bonus, because that's not useful. Now, I'm gonna do thermometer, draw 2, pick 1. All right, 1, 2, ooh, curse of the right turn.
Curse of the Right Turn. For the next hour, the Seekers can only turn right at any street intersection. Casting cost, discard a curse and one other card.
And discard 2, draw 3. I'm gonna keep Curse of the Right Turn. All right, now let me answer. Does my prefecture end with I? No.
We got an answer from Sam. What's the answer?
Ben, his prefecture does not end with the same letter as ours. Which means that he is there.
Tiny little baby area.
Little baby area.
Little baby area for little baby
The
Sam.
kind of area that a sweet little baby might be.
Yeah. Sorry, sweet little baby.
Sweet little baby Sam, we're about to go get you. I mean, there is still quite a lot of rail complexity there, but I think that some well-placed tentacles, the debut of tentacles, Benjamin, might just be enough to narrow him down.
I think you may be right.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a combo bonus because I have to discard something before I pull the card for that. So I think I'm gonna use some curses because there's a combo here that I think could be rather annoying. I wish I could wait a little bit longer, but I can't because I need to draw this card. Dude, you're not allowed to combo all curses, but the first one does not prevent them from asking a question or taking transit. So we're gonna start with Curse of the Right Turn, and then I'm gonna play Curse of the Impressionable Consumer. That probably means that they need to go out on the streets. So I think they would just hopefully just waste a lot of time trying to find this. The thing is, I do need to, in order to play this, because I need to discard a curse and one other card, and the Seeker's next question is free. I think it's worth a shot. I don't think the 15-minute time bonus is worth much, and the Curse of the Frozen Dot, honestly, it's tricky. But yeah, I think I'm gonna play this. So now I get to draw 3. Airplanes, 1, 2, 3. Discard 1, draw 2, 10-minute bonus, 5-minute bonus. Oh, those are not great. I guess I'll keep the discard 1, draw 2. All right.
Hello. We've been cursed.
We've been cursed.
We've been cursed.
We've been cursed in a way that I would argue
It's very confusing.
is not the best way to curse us.
Curse of the Right Turn. For the next hour, the Seekers can only turn right at any street intersection. Curse of the Impressionable Consumer. The Seekers must buy a product that they saw an advertisement for before asking another question. This advertisement must be found out in the world, not on a Seeker's device. Casting cost, the Seeker's next question is free.
But the first one only lasts for an hour, and it prevents us from taking right turns when walking.
Yeah.
And it's we ain't walking.
And then
The other one, not a very
we're
good...
headed towards
Literally Tokyo. That. We're gonna be able to clear that in 5 minutes.
I
Sam.
would say,
Sam.
this is what Manni would call a blunder. It is crazy that we asked about the airports and he's within 20 miles of Narita Airport.
It is crazy. I mean, literally, our first question referenced Narita Airport.
Okay, they got this great observation deck here. So that's a 787 from Zip Air, which is a low-cost airline that's a subsidiary of, I think, Japan Airlines. All right, and here's a Vietnam Airlines A350. Way over there is an Asiana A330, I think. I do love how all the airport workers here wear hard hats. They never do that anywhere else. Oh, look at all that cargo.
Wait, Ben, I just realized something.
Yeah.
Curse of the Impressionable Consumer means that our next question is free, which means that we can do a free tentacles.
That hurts.
That's gonna hoit.
That hurts.
Ooh, that's gonna hoit ya.
Those are the most expensive
Oh,
questions.
we get to ask the most expensive question for free. Free.
Look, the cards require a certain, panache, a certain skill with card games.
You, the audience, I bet you would do better with the cards.
You would definitely do better with the cards, and in fact, you can do better with the cards.
Because, of course, you could buy this game. We adapted this game, as we mentioned, to be played wherever you live.
Mm-hmm.
And you would do better with the cards.
And you would have so much fun, but there's going to be a thing you can click on.
You could click on it.
And you should click on it.
I don't know. Could be interesting.
Could be very interesting.
All right. Time for massage number 2. Let's check on Down Adam. Okay, looks like they're getting close to Tokyo Station, so they've made the correct decision just to come to Tokyo. Once they're at Tokyo Station, it's about an hour out to here, but we'd first have to like figure out here's the spot. Of course, sorry. The massage stuff gets distracting in a delightful way. It's just, it's finding a really good spot in the back. Ooh.
Welcome to Tokyo, Ben.
Welcome back to Tokyo. Well, we got some curses to deal with. We gotta find an advertisement, then we gotta buy what it's telling us.
How will we possibly do that in Tokyo Station?
It may be impossible.
There's an advertisement for whatever that is.
They seem to be advertising rice.
I don't think we can buy innovating energy technology, probably.
Well,
so the right turns thing doesn't apply to us in the station. It's only for streets.
It's streets. Kind of does nothing to us right now. It seems to be for some kind of software that doesn't work.
I mean, we might want to pop out of the station.
Yeah.
Oh. That's an ad for a drink.
Let's go up there. But remember, we can only turn right.
Well, but this is still a walkway.
Yeah.
Did you get what it was?
It was some kind of water. It'll come back. Come back, please.
Ooh. Okay, I didn't have my shoes off last time, and the underfoot action is ticklish, but delightful.
Okay.
Coca-Cola. All right, let's buy a Coca-Cola.
We were sitting at this digital billboard for like 10 minutes waiting for something to come up.
I bet you that there's Coca-Cola inside of New Days.
Yeah.
New Days. Wonderful.
Coca-Cola secured. All right, we have been impressionable consumers, so the curse is now clear.
They have cleared their curses, which, to be honest, that didn't impede them that much, unfortunately.
Now that curse is out of the way, we are going to head to Narita, and we're gonna hit him with some tentacles.
Tentacle time. And it's gonna be free, Ben.
And it's gonna be freaking free.
Unfortunately, it's actually gonna take a while to get there because we're now on slow lines.
Yeah, well, the good thing is I think we've got him mostly figured out at this point.
Yeah.
It's a 747. Oh, look at that big boy. Oh, it's an itsy-bitsy Japan Airlines plane. I love that. The fuck is an Aero K? I've never heard of that. And I know my airplanes. I don't think that's a real airline. I'm gonna say it now. I don't care. I don't care when Ben Adam get me. I'm sitting out here, nice little breeze. I'm sipping sake on some ice, ripping through single-use plastics, and watching some planes take off. This is amazing. I love this. Okay, what I don't love, they are on basically the direct route to here from Tokyo Central. It is like the most intuitive way to get in this general direction, but I don't love it. They might be coming here. This is bad. They might be coming here. Where does that line go? Oh wait, airplane.
All right, so hello, we are here reporting from, we are at almost the middle of the remaining area where Sam could be hiding.
And we are about to deploy our tentacles.
Yes, we're about to activate our tentacles tool.
Tentacles is a new tool that is useful for narrowing down sort of denser, more metro-y areas.
Okay, here's how tentacles work. The Seekers asked the hider the following question. Of all the blanks within 15 miles of us, which are you, the hider, closest to? That blank can be filled with one of 4 things: zoos, aquariums, amusement parks, and metro lines. So if there are 5 zoos within 15 miles of the Seekers, the hider must say which of the 5 they are nearest to, cutting down the potential hiding area by 80%. The only caveat is that the hider must also be within 15 miles of the Seekers, or the question returns a null answer. The tool is called Tentacles because you can envision the Seekers turning all the zoos within 15 miles of them into their tentacles, which feel around for the hider until the nearest one pings back with a hit. The key to Tentacles is that it's incredibly useful for helping Seekers narrow down the hider's location in dense urban areas. In rural areas, Tentacles are useless because there will likely be no amusement parks, no zoos, no aquariums, and no metro lines. But in denser urban areas, there will be several of each, and the more there are, the better for the Seekers, as it means they end up with more precise information.
And so we are going to ask about which amusement park Sam is closest to. There are 5 within 15 miles of us. We are going to ask right now.
This sucks. They're getting close enough that I think I gotta start heading to my hiding spot, just in case, you know? I was really enjoying my plane spotting. Guess who just got tentacled? Oh, that doesn't sound right. Oh yeah, I'm definitely within 15 miles. Oops. Well, they're gonna like that. I don't like that they're gonna like that.
It was a hit.
Okay, wait. He's closest to Fantasy Kids Resort, which is actually very interesting because it's close to another one. It's close to this one, and it's kind of close to this one. So that gives us quite the limited.
Oh, that's quite good. That's quite
area.
good.
All right, this is us. All right. Wow, it's hot here.
I forgot how hot is it outside. The answer is very. They are in Narita, the city now. Oh, that's uncomfortably close. Okay, I sure hope they're getting out of the train in Narita right now. I'm going like, where the could he be now?
The area where he could be is pretty limited right now, but it's going to take a minute to figure out exactly what that area is. We got a little bit of work to do.
Maybe not. I don't know. One can dream. Okay, they've been in Narita long enough at least to make me believe that they did not stay on the train, which would have brought them right here, which is great news. So now they got to figure out where within 15 miles of wherever the I am.
So let me see if I can follow some logic here. What angle is that? 85 degrees. So you, the audience, this was easy for our motion graphic designers, but it actually took us quite a while to figure out what area that meant he was in. But you can see it now on the screen. It means he's somewhere in here, in this slice.
And so I believe that means that he is on one of these 2 lines.
How confident do we feel about that?
Well, could he not be further east?
This is the slice. So I actually don't really think he could be east unless he's at the airport. Which maybe he is.
It'd be pretty weird.
It would be an interesting thing for him to do.
Honestly, I think they're gonna guess that I'm here because like, they know now I'm within 15 miles of that radius. And I think once you think about it, you realize that the airport's a great hiding spot. Maybe.
Here's what I reckon. I think probably another question is in order.
Yeah.
One thing we could do is we could hit him with a quick radar just to figure out within that 15 miles, close or is he far out?
Yeah. I'd be
I don't think I'm
inclined
gonna do
to try a little radar.
A 10 mile or a 5 mile? 5 mile, if it's a miss, would tell us he didn't go to the airport. I don't think he would have gone to the airport.
No, that would have been too weird even for him.
Back in Terminal 2. All right, I'm gonna hang out here for a while because I'm close enough that I should be able to get back to the hiding spot if they start coming towards here.
What do you reckon, Ben?
What's annoying is like, I would love like a 7.
We could do our choose. Do you want to
could.
choose a 7? I'll do a 7 if you want.
Yeah, 7 just feels right.
Oh, we got a 7-mile radar. That's interesting. That's very specific. I'm tempted to use the randomize because I have 2 of them, because 7 miles pretty cleanly kind of tells them here-ish. I guess I'm gonna randomize it. The problem is the thing that they randomize with could be worse. But I have another randomize. I think we're gonna try it.
Okay, Sam's hit us with the randomize. So there are 6 remaining radars.
It's just going to be what comes up on the screen.
Yep, okay. We're hoping for 5 or 6.
Okay.
6. Okay, so that's a 10-mile radar.
That's fine.
That's still fine. It's a little bigger than we would have liked, but it's way better than if it had been.
Yeah, that's still somewhat useful.
All right, well, the randomize apparently got 10-mile radar, which almost the same thing. I'm not sure that was worth the power up. That's sometimes how the jets lag. Okay, finally get to draw new cards again. 1, 2. That is not great.
Okay, a bit of confusing card stuff here. I selected the draw 1, and then I used it to draw a new card, the Curse of the Lemon Phylactery. But I couldn't fulfill its casting cost of a curse, so I discard 1, draw 2 to discard that, and drew 2 more.
And draw 2. Ooh, 10-minute bonus, not bad. 10-minute bonus, okay, well, could have wished for more. That's all right. Well, better than nothing.
It is so hot here. Sort of some of the hottest we've ever seen in terms of heat.
I'm like in a wetsuit.
Well, this is a choice that you made.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben, it's a hit.
I mean, we figured it probably would be.
So, Ben, he's either at the airport, up a few stops this way, or on one of these lines. I don't hate the idea of getting on this line, on the local, and asking if our train would stop at his station.
Well, do we want to get a photo of something we could maybe recognize before we do that?
Yes.
Because if we're riding that line,
Let's ask for a photo of what? Of tallest building from the train station?
Yeah.
Or we could do the train platform. No, tallest building from the train station. He sends us a picture of Narita Airport as the tallest building he can see. That would be very funny.
Well, they have asked the question. Tallest building from station. Well, that's what this is for. It's gonna be another randomize. I don't feel like I have another option. I gotta try it.
The man has done another randomize.
That's annoying.
He's hit us with yet another randomize, so I guess we're gonna get a random photo. The thing is, we can just ask that photo again. It just means he gets a card. Okay, random number 1 to 14. Here we go.
13. Ooh, Strava map of a half-mile walk.
Okay, great.
That's pretty good. I don't mind that at all.
No, that's gonna be still quite useful.
Okay, they got a Strava map. That'll be a bit useful. Okay, my technique is that there's some very unhelpful, perfectly 90-degree turns here. So I reckon I just do the most generic thing possible and do like a bit of a square, you know? I think that would work.
So this is the local line. It's one of the 2 that we think he could be on. I mean, you want to just go sit on the train for now?
Let's go get on the train.
And the jaywalk here is turn 5. This isn't great. I mean, this is going to be pretty notable, but it's the best I could do. All right, time for a new card. Curse of the Mediocre Travel Agent.
Curse of the Mediocre Travel Agent. Choose any publicly accessible place within a half-mile of the seeker's current location. They must go there, spend at least 10 minutes there, and acquire a souvenir before asking another question. Casting cost, their vacation destination must be further from you than their current location.
Oh, this is good.
All right.
Okay, we have the map.
I don't know. It's going to be hard to match that with these towns. Okay, so right now we're taking off on the local line, and we're going to ask him if our train would stop at his station, because we're pretty sure we've narrowed it down to like 2 lines.
Yep.
Okay, they hit me with a train service, and the answer is no. And that means I get to draw 3 more. 1, 5-minute bonus. 2, 15-minute bonus. 3, discard 1, draw 2. Let me keep discard 1, draw 2. I think I'll play that right now. So I'm gonna discard 1 10-minute bonus with a discard 1, draw 2, and draw 2 more, which are gonna be duplicate another card. Ooh, that could be good. And 20-minute bonus. Oh, wow, that was so worth it. Let's go. Well, this is interesting. They seem to be heading away from the airport. This is despite the fact that I think quite soon they're going to learn that the airport would be the right direction to be going.
Please off your seat to those who may
Okay, not the same train line.
Okay, Sam is not on this train line, which means that I guess we
It's
just
almost certainly on the other train line then. So we need to get off at the next stop, and we need to get to the other train station. The only other thing is he could technically be at the airport. Maybe he's at the damn airport. Maybe that's why he tried to not answer the tallest building.
Well, we should ask tallest building again.
I am now what if he's at the stupid airport?
I mean, the thing is, if he's at the airport, it would at least be obvious with this question that is where he's at.
Look, I still think we're gonna be fine, but we are getting closer to a dangerous time than I would like.
He certainly has been milking the end of this game. Okay, so
Oh, it's so hot.
Sam was not on the local line, so we're going back.
Hurry, Ben.
If we can make this.
Oof.
Okay,
Great.
back to Narita. We're gonna go ahead and ask Sam for a photo of the tallest building from the station again. It's frankly suspicious that he didn't want to answer that.
Yeah.
And we do think there's a chance he's at the airport.
It would be funny.
It wouldn't be that funny.
All right, well, they hit me with the tallest building from the train station. That sucks. Well, I think it was inevitable.
Do we go back to the KC?
Yes, we have to go back to the Casey line. And we have to ride it to the airport so that we can get on it going the other way.
All right.
I've walked this hallway so many times. Unfortunately for me, this is definitely an entrance to the train station, and that control tower is definitely the tallest. So there's no way around this. All right, I'm sending them the photo. I think they're gonna love this.
Banny's at the airport.
What?
Adam says motherfucker. It's kind of rude. Back here. Time to sit down. Given the curses I have on hand, I think I might be here for a while.
I think we might have him. Are you sure that none of these other stations have an air traffic control tower?
There have been people coming through this station, taking photos and stuff, clearly train enthusiasts.
So just by the way, for you train enthusiasts out there, the reason this station, Higashi Narita, is so famous is because it basically has no reason to still exist. It was built in 1978 to serve the airport, but then in the 90s they built stations in Terminals 1 and 2 that made it obsolete. It's also home to Japan's shortest independent railway operator, Shibayama Railway Company, a company that runs a single line between this never-used station and an even less used station past the airport called Shibayama Chiyoda. All of which is why this station tends to be filled with only two kinds of people: train enthusiasts and lost tourists who accidentally transferred onto the wrong line.
Okay, what line is it? Wait.
Was it this?
Yeah, we could have taken that. Wait, no, this is wrong. This is the rapid line. We need another. Ours is different. The local. Yeah, down there.
Down there?
It's the local. It's on track 2.
All right. It is actually worth considering, though, Adam, that
the airport, I think, has two stops.
I know. That's why we're getting on the local. I cannot believe he went to the fucking airport.
So, we know he's at the airport, but where in the airport?
Well, here's the thing. I have to imagine that the whole reason that he hid at the airport is that he has some f***ed up little final hiding spot that he thinks is going to be impossible to find.
But how f***ed up could it be?
I think it could be pretty f***ed up.
This tunnel is so spooky. This tunnel is so spooky that includes lizards, I think. Well, they're coming in hot.
I mean, here's the thing, is that airport is huge. Like, it's huge.
Yeah, it's a big airport.
But he's gonna be in some weird-ass terminal. He's gonna be in, like, the private plane area terminal bullshit, whatever.
It's the first place we ever caught Sam.
You know what I mean?
Was in a private plane hangar. Roll the clip.
Can we stop here?
No. This is before. Higashi
Well, he could be here.
Narita. Could he?
Could it not be?
I don't know.
The train just came through and it just kind of pushed the air just ever so slightly, even all the way up here, to make it less stagnant and slightly cooler. And that was delightful. So nice.
Wait, is this taking us to the right thing? Ben, I think this might be taking us to this thing. Yeah.
Okay, well, turn around. We went the wrong way. We went too far. It's fine.
There's a weird little station at the end of the airport.
Yeah. Here?
God damn it. Not ideal.
Well,
I mean, presumably this will just turn right back around.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is interesting and also potentially quite bad. They took this line. This is the only stop past here. I don't know why they would have taken this line rather than one of the Narita airport lines. That's really weird. But that means that they're going to come back via this station. Why would they have taken that train? I wonder if they just messed up.
I told you it's not that far.
Well, but that was very.
I'm just saying.
All right, back we go.
All right, well, the decision I need to make now, because their train is 3 minutes away, is do I hit him with the travel agent using this card, or do I duplicate this card? Yeah, I guess I gotta duplicate this, because like the 20-minute time bonus is not gonna get me in the first place. Yeah, okay, so let me duplicate it. I think I'm just gonna send them plane spotting to the observation deck. That's how you get to Terminal 2. Hopefully they notice that and take that turn and don't notice me here. I'm lucky I sat on this side of the pillar. Because, like, honestly, I didn't think about it too much. And I could have sat on that side and I'd be completely visible. I'm not allowed to move now, so, you know, I think I hear the train.
Let's go get him. So we have no way of knowing which terminal he's at.
Okay. The train just stopped at the platform. I heard it. Okay, I'm gonna be really quiet, really still.
What has he done?
We have to travel agent to Terminal 1.
Okay. Should we get back on this or no? No.
No. Terminal 1?
Okay, the train's leaving. This could be it. This could be it.
Walk 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Just here. Go straight. Upstairs.
Thank you.
That's them. I hear them.
And let's
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Well, the question is, do we want to try and clear it?
Oh God, I think they're coming
Do you
here.
think it's worth our time to clear it?
He still has to send us the photo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's.
Oh, hey, Sam.
Oh.
Hi.
How's it going?
I was very stressed out.
Why did you take that train line?
By accident.
I thought you would. You know, this is only 1,400 people a day use this train line. And the whole thing about
Is
it
that your whole cool thing?
is that nobody
That was
uses
your-
it.
Nobody uses it?
That was your whole cool thing.
Like, I mean, in fairness to you, this is a crazy station. Nobody's here.
It took me an hour just to find the entrance to this
Truly
station.
very abandoned.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on.
Wow, that sucks for you, man.
Hey, look, it was the same deal for you yesterday.
Yeah, wow.
What also sucks is your best exit would have been that one.
We were just wandering.
Yeah. Bye, Ben.
All right, Ben. Bye.
Good luck.
Good luck.
You know, now that I think about it, I have somewhat gifted the person with the winning run the geography that led to the winningest run.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that. It's not the best, I would say.
Yeah. Should we find a nice corner to sleep in?
Yeah, because that's how it works. We sleep in the place where we end, obviously.
Wait, are you joking? What have you been doing?
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Jetlag the Game. As always, you can watch the next episode right this very instant by going and signing up for Nebula. We put every episode of Jetlag up 1 week early, so you can go watch episode 4 right now by signing up for Nebula.
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification.
Gratification.
Instant gratification. All right, here's the thing. We're doing themed ad read.
Okay.
We're doing travel and transit themed. If you like travel, if you like transit, if you like that sort of thing, which you
Great.
probably do because you watch this show.
Perfect.
Why should those people sign up for Nebula?
Okay, well, I mean, for starters, basics, you get every episode of Jetlag 1 week early. You also get access to our exclusive after show podcast, The Layover, that's only on Nebula. I'll also say we made a whole series that is only on Nebula called The Getaway. It's a reality competition show that's like The Mole, except we made everybody The Mole as a prank. But importantly, it's on a road trip through the American West, and it's very pretty, and that's travel.
Seamless segue out of that. One of the cast members out of that, Stephen.
Bridges.
Yes.
We love him.
Yeah.
We love Stephen Bridges.
And Stephen Bridges, he's a professional card counter, like legitly, like not as like a
Not non-legitly, legitly.
legitly. And he makes this YouTube channel where he wears like a hidden camera kind of and just like documents his job going around. And it has real jet lag vibes because like he puts together these like frantic trips where he's going to like all like
Yeah, and it's like
30 different
serialized.
spots.
You do like the different
Yeah,
episodes.
to all these casinos and going to the casinos and betting huge amounts of money. And it really kind of feels like jet lag, except like the stakes are real.
Yeah. And I legit, like no joke, have started watching his videos and am really into
They're
them.
great.
Like, they are legit very good.
All right.
And they're on Nebula.
Seamlessly segue us out of this to another reason.
You know what also can be counted as in addition to cards? The number of transit creators on Nebula, such as Not Just Bikes, who makes video essays about transit, and sort of, I've actually learned, like legit, I have learned a lot about like urban design and transit design from watching that channel. Like, I feel like now when I go to a city and I'm like, this city's vibes suck, I know why, and that's because of not just bikes.
Speaking of Canadians, Michael Downey.
Oh, I do like Michael Downey.
He goes and rides on cool trains and
Planes sometimes.
Also, not very often planes.
Some he has before. I saw a video when he was on a plane.
Yeah, he does
But
both.
mostly trains.
Sometimes he just goes to Formula One races, which is not very trans-oriented, but he just has a good time.
Well, they're in cars. They're riding around.
Yeah, I guess, sort of. Anyway, it's great.
Ben, you name one.
No, maybe not.
All right, Sam, before we go, name one more travel creator.
I'm going to name you another Canadian travel creator.
Whoa!
There's a lot of them. In fact, I could even pick between two of them. Like RM Transit does great transit-oriented stuff.
Sure.
I'm 95% sure he's Canadian. And Rare Earth.
Yeah.
One of the best. He goes crazy places in his stuff. Like he does not have fear, seemingly.
That's all on Nebula.
The TLDR is like that's just what we can
travel.
Come out,
And that's just the travel we thought of. There are more travel creators on Nebula.
Ben, you haven't said many things. How do they sign up for this?
Well, if you go into your internet browser and you go ahead and you type in nebula.tv/jetlag, that's going to go ahead and get you 40% off, which was a little treat from us. And that's also how we make sure that we get paid so that we can keep making this show. And then if you like the show and you want it to keep going, that's how you should do it.
I just want to emphasize, you please use /jetlag. So many of my friends and family will be like, hey, I signed up for Nebula to watch your show. And I'm like, did you use the jet lag code? And they go, no. And so I'm like, so not only are you not getting 40% off, but also now we're not seeing any we got to get a little chunk of that change. We only get it if you use /jetlag.
And now everyone is destitute.
Nebula.tv/jetlag. Bye.